why older guys over the age of 50 plus prefer to date younger women as opposed to older women our own age, if not older than us, right? We don't like to date women older than us, or even women our own age, and it's not because we're insecure or we're intimidated by them, as much as a lot of the modern women today love to shame older men and tell them that's the reason that they don't want to date them. No, the main reason is because I've always said, as older guys over the age of 50, the number one thing we value the most in our lives is peace, right? Peace. We just want peace, quiet, right? We don't want drama, we don't want distraction, and we definitely don't want disruption in our lives, okay? Because we finally reached a point in our lives where we've worked our asses off our entire lives, right? We've gotten to a point where not only are we still here, we're still alive, and we're still thriving, but now we have some money in our accounts. We've got a stable roof over our head. Might have acquired a few toys in our garage. Finally got the cars that we want that were once posters on our bedroom walls growing up. Now that we've acquired most of the things that we want, if we're going to date anybody, we want somebody who complements our new focus in life, which is peace. And 99% of the time, that is not going to be an older woman, because an older female who is still single at our age, in their 50s, is anything but peaceful. There's a reason she's still single, and it's usually because she's not peaceful, but loud, disruptive, chaotic, neurotic, and all of the above. Right? That's what I found with most of these single modern women over 50 that could never hang on to a man. There's a reason for that, right? But now that we are at a point in our lives where we could afford the finer things in life, we could also date much younger than us, right? Even if that's just 10 years younger, right? Do it. Because chances are that chick will be a lot more peaceful than a female who's 10 years older than her, or 15 years older than her, or 20 years older than her, right? She'll be a lot more peaceful. Because it seems to me that the longer these chicks go single, without a man, without a husband, staying out there, flying solo, the more masculine they become, the more obnoxious they become, the more selfish they become, and the more non-submissive they become, right? And the thing with all of those traits, thing that all those traits have in common is that none of them equate to peace, right? None of them equate to peace. And I've seen it with my own friends that I grew up with that are now married to these 50-plus-year-old women, and the way they talk down to them, I'm like, I don't envy that, man. I don't envy that, you know? It's not something that most guys in their 50s want to sign up for, right? This is why we prefer to date younger, is because we can, right? I mean, that's number one, is because we can. But number two is because younger women tend to be more submissive. And the reason for that is because they have less baggage. Not only that, but they have less sexual partners, in most cases, right, than an older woman who's been on dating apps for the last 30 years, you know, or has been out there single for the last 30 years. Dating apps have only been around like 20, I think. But yeah, she has less baggage, less sexual partners, and she's just more submissive, right? She just is more willing to follow your lead. She's more willing to adhere to this new theme in your life called peace. And she's not going to be sitting there constantly trying to challenge you on every thought that you have, or challenge you, you know, for any conflicting ideology you might have that, you know, does not run parallel to hers. Which I've seen from a lot of older women. It's just, they're just, you know, as much as they praise, as much as they parade around that they're so like strong and confident and all this, I mean, you know, the second you disagree with them, they lose their marbles, right? So Most men don't want to deal with that, especially guys over the age of 50. All right, that's the last thing they want to deal with, and for the mostly because they don't have to, right? It's like I've always said, like especially for dudes that students that I've had that have come to me that have been in their 50s. I always tell them, you have your pick of the litter, really. I mean, if you wanted to date older, I don't know why you would do that. You could, but you could also date younger. You have your pick of just this multi-generational pick of women, finally, in your 50s, right? And you should choose wisely. You should choose younger, right? Because again, they will be, the younger you choose them, they will be generally be more submissive, less baggage, less sexual partners, just ideally what you're looking for. More feminine, more willing to let you lead, right? They won't be sitting there constantly trying to challenge you for the lead or trying to tell you what to do or constantly trying to create conflict or just disagree with you for whatever reason. I knew a guy who was like dating this woman who was his age, and it's like every little thing she would just disagree with him. I'm like, why would you even deal with that, right? Just kick this chick to the curb, man. You don't need to deal with that when you could date a younger woman, right? Who won't be doing that to you, right? In most cases, right? I'm not saying all, but generally, most younger women, again, have less baggage, less, less sexual partners. They haven't gone through like 3 different divorces and, have kids from 2 different marriages that they're dealing with, and she's just trying to fit you in there somewhere in between. You don't need to deal with that, and in many ways, it's just better to be alone. You could deal with that too. I mean, men deal with isolation 1,000 times better than women do, right? Women are not raised, they're not raised, at least not from an evolutionary standpoint, to be isolated, right? They're social creatures, whereas men, we're used to being isolated, right? And ostracized from society many times. So it's okay. We don't mind being alone. We've learned to deal with it, right? We've learned to just be at peace being by ourselves. So that's why in our 50s, it's not a big deal, right? It's like, hey, you don't want to adhere to my value called peace? No problem. You don't fit into my life here, right? You don't want to be peaceful. You want to be disruptive and chaotic. You don't fit into the theme of my life here called peace and quiet. So you have that option, as a dude in your 50s. But this is generally why older guys do date younger women, is because they are, besides more youthful, fertile, submissive, more willing to follow your lead, less baggage, less sexual partners. All those things, right? They're just not as obnoxious, self-centered, or selfish as most of these older harpies that are in their 50s and still single, right? I mean, that should tell you everything you need to know. If the chick is in her 50s or close to her 50s and doesn't have a man or can't hang on to a man, right? It's like, how come you can't hang on to a man? Like 5 decades in, can't hang on to a man? Really? Still out there? Right? So, yeah. That's why as an older dude over 50 plus, you should not settle for a woman your own age. You should always go younger, right? Because now you finally can, right? Now you finally can. You don't need to settle for these older women your own age, right? I want you to have the best that there is out there. And I know, like most older guys in their 50s, that you do value peace, right? You're not going to get it from a 50-year-old single woman, especially one who's been divorced and has 2 kids or 3 kids running around from multiple marriages. That chick is not going to help you bring peace in your life. She's going to make sure there is no peace in your life. It's just not worth dealing with. But as always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets signing out here with my DeLorean as usual. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube channel. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe. Helps me out a ton when you subscribe, so please make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill, and awesome pill that I'm teaching you guys even further, the best way to do that is
by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And the reason I'm doing that is to protect my content from YouTube. In case they ever try to shut us down, they won't be able to, because all of my premium content will be protected on our private encrypted server that will be up forever. And I'm paying for it so they can never take us down. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male Secrets content for me. So take advantage of it. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.